He's fun to play.
Alright, well, I will be back after a little while. I just gotta mow the lawn and trim some trees and all that crap.
Alright.
Oh, my new neighbors, she's got a lot of allergies, so she's wanting to do a lot of like home gardening and stuff. And she asked if I knew anybody who knew stuff about it. I said, well, my brother's got a pretty good green thumb. And she's like, well, I want to do berries and bananas and like tropical fruits, you know, like tangerines and stuff, and
Right.
along with, you know, tomatoes and, you know,
Right.
watermelons, lettuce, all that stuff too. But and corns. They're planting some corns. But she said, you know, next time he's out this way, you know, if he wants to give some advice or something, I said, all right, I'll mention it to him.
All right. Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff she could just really. I mean, Google does a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably start with their soil. Bananas are pretty easy. You just gotta, if you want them to produce, you gotta make sure you give them fertilizer every month.
So they only produce the one time, right?
And
then you gotta kind of splice off a new plant or something like that?
No, it automatically shoots up suckers. So they got sword suckers and water suckers. Sword suckers come up and they kind of look like a sword, versus the water sucker comes up, it looks more like a banana leaf to start with. The water suckers are slow growers. The sword suckers are quick growers. So you can have bananas in 12 to 18 months. But you have to keep the suckers off for at least the first year. So when you grow a banana tree, once it actually grows, it'll produce bananas one time, then die off. But it uses a like universal root system, like a community. So the root stays alive, which is called the crom, and it just produces a new plant, which is what all the suckers are.
Okay, so each banana shoot up only produces once.
That's right.
It can shoot more up.
Yes.
Okay. I thought I remembered it being something like that. It's just been so long since I looked into it.
But the longer they keep the healthy plants alive, the better the bananas will get every time they produce.
Nice. So, do you just cut out the old ones and kill them, or?
Yeah. After they put off their fruit, they'll kind of die off, I guess. You know, they get yellow and whatnot. You just cut it down. You know, cut it about halfway to start with, and then let it sit a few weeks, die off some more, and chop it down close to the ground. But the new ones will just keep growing. But first year, you want to try to keep most of the suckers out of there, unless you're using them specifically for reproducing.
Gotcha.
But let it get strong by only working on one plant instead of a bunch of them. Yeah,
all right, well, I am going to go outside, do my crap. Probably be a couple of hours, and I'll be back inside.
All right.
Catch you guys in a bit.
Have fun,
dude.
Yeah, fun's not the word that I would describe this with.
They shall aid you in your search.
All right, I'll catch y'all in a bit.
What is it now? On my way. All right. A bold move. All right. On my way.
Unauthorized entry detected.
A bold move. All right.
Yeah, I think I tried the StarCraft once.
I enjoy it. I played it years and years ago, and kind of forgotten. Well, not forgetting. You know what I mean?
Right.
I lost a Zergling.
Security cameras activated.
I'm listening. On my way. All right. On my way.
Call for help.
Bold move. On my way. All right. Bold move. On my way. Yes, Celebrate. All right. On my way. Bold move. All right. I'm listening. On my way. What is it now? All right. Yes, Cerebrate. Bold move. Bold move. On my way. What is it now?
Sometimes this is a little challenging.
Yeah.
All of my Zerglings have died.
Yeah, while those 4D games are, they can be pretty cool to watch. I'm just not as good at them.
Yep. Yeah, it's strategy games are not really my forte. But for some reason I enjoyed this one very, very much, and I just and like Age of Empire is fun, it's nice. I mean, similar to this game, only a lot more races, or not races I guess, but races, yeah. I mean, this one only has 3 Terran, or human, Zerg, or like infested bugs, and Protoss, which are energy aliens, and they have shields and some pretty cool stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
Cerebrate.
And this one that I'm doing, playing as what used to be a Terran named Lieutenant Kerrigan, Lieutenant Sarah Kerrigan, and the higher ups of the Terran, as you go through the Terran campaign, they left her on a planet surrounded by Zerg, and so the Zerg captured her and turned her into infestation.
Hmm.
And so now we're trying to go through a Terran facility, a science facility, to help her unlock all of her abilities. And you start off with 2 hunter-killer hydralisks and like 8 zerglings, which are tiny Zerg, and all my zerglings are now dead. So I have
Yes,
the 2 hydralisk
Cerebrate.
and Kerrigan. Kerrigan has to survive. But the cool thing is she's got cloaking ability, she's got this ensnare ability, she has this consume ability, which I think helps recharge her health, but I'm not really sure.
All right.
Oh, nice.
On my
But
way.
with her cloaking ability, she you can't see him unless there's a detector nearby,
Bold move.
and she's extremely powerful. She does 50 damage plus 3. So
Sounds pretty big.
3 hits and she can take out most mech units.
All right.
Not to mention she's cloaked, so they don't attack back.
On my way. All right. A bold move. On my way. A bold move. All right. A bold move.
She's infested. Stay away from her.
On my way. A bold move. Bold move. All right. A bold move. On my way. All right. On my way. All right. A bold move. All right. A bold move. A bold move.
Now Not sure how these guys can burrow into metal floors, though.
What about the metal floor? Sorry.
No, so, you know, I'm on a science facility, so there's metal floors, but these hydralisks can burrow
Yes,
into the
Sarah.
ground. If you can explain that one.
This game gets so damn loud.
What do you play?
Predecessor.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna go on and tweak it a little bit.
On my way. Bold move. Bold move. On my way. All right. Bold move. On my way. I'm listening. I'm listening. Yes, Cerebrate? All right. I'm listening.
Let her reheal and recharge her powers.
Yes, Cerebrate? On my way. All right. On my way.
See, they ain't so tough.
I'm listening.
Yay, more Zerglings. Should have buried. Locked.
You said more third wings?
Zerglings.
Zerglings.
Six more. A couple of them died. Should have buried them.
Bold move. On my way. All right. All right. A bold move. On my way. A bold move. On my way. All right.
Alright, let's wax these critters.
All right. A bold move. On my way.
Oh, those are detectors. That's not good.
I'm listening.
Oh, my Zerglings died again. All but two.
On my way. On my way. A bold move. On my way. All right. On my way. All right. On my way. A bold move. A bold move. On my way. All right. All right. On my way. All right. On my way. All right. Yes, Cerebrate. All right. A bold move. All right. On my way. A bold move. On my way. A bold move. On my way. A bold move. A bold move. I'm listening. A bold move. On my way. All right. A bold move. Yes, Cerebrate. A bold move.
You'll never make it out of here alive, bitch.
My way. On my way. What is it now?
Security cameras activated.
I'm listening. All right. Yes, Cerebrate. A bold move. Yes, Cerebrate. On my way.
Teleportation field activated.
On my way. All right. What is it now? On my way. I'm listening. my way. What is it now? On my way. What is it now? All right. Yes, Cerebrate? Yes, Cerebrate? Yes, Cerebrate? All right. A bold move. I'm listening. A bold move. All right. A bold move. On my way. A bold move. On my way. All right. A bold move. On my way. On my way. What is it now? All right.
Detectors.
Yes, Cerebrate? All right. A bold move. A bold move. All right. I'm listening. I'm listening. Cerebrate, I have located the records I sought. We have everything we need here.
Victory.